Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, and welcome to Starbound. We are playing the beta of the Starbound, and this version is the Offended Koala version. Since its release around December 4th, there have been various different beta versions. Some of them have had character wipes. This one is the one that was released on the 15th of December, I believe. We have a couple more on the way over the next couple of days, couple of weeks. So bear in mind this is still very much a work in progress. I'm going to be going through just a couple of various different bits and pieces of the game. I don't want to bore you guys too much with beta content when a lot of it is going to be changing, but I do want to introduce you to the basics of Starbound, and how you're kind of traveling and moving around and mining and interacting with NPCs and monsters and all that kind of stuff. Since it's come out, I have been playing lots and lots and lots of this game. I've gone through about 2 or 3 different character wipes. It's been a lot of fun. It's a little bit painful to begin with at the start, because you do generally, no matter what happens with a character wipe, you spend about an hour really just kind of getting up to just kind of getting all your resources together to start actually building stuff. It takes a little bit of time because you start with the matter manipulator, which is kind of weak at gathering blocks and stuff, and you kind of go from there, but obviously you'll see that. Also, another reason why I'm not going to go hugely in depth with the beta is there's loads of people actually playing this game at the moment and doing let's plays and going through various different bits and pieces, and to be honest, I don't think a lot of people are going to be checking out this video. I know a couple of you, obviously some of my lovely subscribers will be coming along and checking out, seeing what's going on. I'll be making the obvious comparisons between Minecraft and Terraria and all that fun kind of stuff. So yeah, let's get started. So we already have here this character. I'm going to create a brand new character for you guys. So I went with an Apex character there before. So I've played with a glitch, I have played a human, and I've also played an avian. So what we'll do is we'll go with a Florin for you guys. That guy looks pretty interesting. Let's randomize him a little bit more. He's pretty cool. One thing I really like is the stance is what they call personality. So we can change the stance from, oh, I'm quite self-important and I'm the hero, to yeah, I can take you on, to I see what's going on here, to hey, what's up, and then hello. So yeah, what will we go with? Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, big and strong, we can take you on. Kill watch, vine biter, I like it. Yeah, it's that simple, vine biter. So let's see, leaf color, let's change that. Let's go with yeah, screw it, let's just go with green. Perfect. So vine biter it is. So let's get started. So I believe the plan in this game is the various different races will have their own kind of intro stories and things like that. At the moment we have this little tutorial quest that pops up here. So it tells you brand new quest, and tired of Florin savagery, you have taken to the stars to pursue a more honourable hunt. Your ship has run out of fuel in orbit of an unknown planet. Before setting out in search of fuel, search your ship's storage for a matter manipulator, and it tells you to press E to interact with objects. So the reward for that is a matter manipulator. So we click accept here, and this is our cool ship, and you can see there's our hunger bar telling I'm full, and there's the planet below us. Doesn't look like there's much else in this solar system at the moment. If there was, we'd be able to see another planet maybe here, or a moon or something like that. So this is our cool ship, so let's have a little wander around. It's very cool the way it has all this kind of foliage and vines and stuff growing. A little bit unrealistic given that, you know, that's in the frozen wastes of space, but whatever. It doesn't really matter. So this is our storage, and here is our trusty matter manipulator. So I'm going to shift click that. That'll pop into my inventory. Well done, the matter manipulator allows you to manipulate almost anything in the game world. That's pretty awesome. So, let's see what else we have here. It's time to search the planet for fuel. To survive down there you'll need tools. To produce tools you'll need to make yourself a crafting table. And you can see here there is a capital letter there, which doesn't make sense in the context of the sentence. So, first little bug, doesn't really matter, I'm just being nitpicky. So you'll need to make yourself a crafting table. And the reward is 10 pixels and a crafting table. So the pixels here, it's kind of like currency basically. And as you start building items, basically it requires pixels as well. It can be quite frustrating because you'll lose generally about 40% of your pixels if you die. There is some stuff further along the game in the harder kind of sectors or tiers where you can get basically a pixel bank, and you pay a certain kind of fee to create a big block of pixels that you can put in storage and never lose if you die, which is pretty cool. So, what else is in here? We have some wheat seeds, we have a broken Venus sword. That sounds kind of funny. We have a flashlight, that's pretty handy, some torches, and a bone boo seed. I don't know what the hell a bone boo is, but that's all gone into our hotbar, into our inventory there. Perfect. Okay, let's have a look here. So this is our ship's main menu, so we can have a look at the tech. We can have a look at the 3D printer. Looks like I don't have any objects that I can scan at the moment. Interesting. Okay. And the tech is stuff that you discover that gives you kind of various different powers, like kind of a powered dash or things like that. So this is our navigation kind of console. We can, so as you see, there's no other planet here, but if we right click and zoom out, we can see this is our solar system here, the Alpha Bazingo 0597 system. There is 3 planets in orbit, and there's the sun. So if we have a look at that, so you can see there is kind of a moon and then a planet there, and then there we have another moon and a planet, and this one is a snow one. That's pretty cool. So this one is the one we're calling home at the moment. It's a forest biome with a threat level of 1, so it's the lowest kind of level of danger. And if we have a look here, this is our fuel. So kind of the aim of the game is to gather some fuel and fly off around the stars and gather more resources and all that kind of fun stuff. So it sounds very boring when I'm drawing on like this, but it is genuinely a heck of a lot of fun. So let's teleport down to the planet. Ta-da! We're on the planet's surface. Wow, this place looks kind of funky. It's got purple dirt. It's got weird looking spiky big trees. And it's got funky gecko monsters with 3 tails. Awesome. Okay, let's go have a look at this. This looks like a little bit of tech which is on the planet. Ooh, I'm glowing. So if I come down here, I'm actually emitting a lot of light. And you can see the various different things down here. Well, you can see there's some coal here and there's some iron. So let's grab that. So we use the trusty matter manipulator. And we pull some of this stuff away. As I mentioned, the matter manipulator itself is not very good at pulling stuff, so it does take quite a bit of time to do this. So we'll be better off when we actually build some custom tools later on. I'm going to need to get rid of this vine, I believe, in order to get any... Yeah, my glowing's gone. Okay, so you can see down there, I grabbed my iron ore. We'll come back at a later date when I have some better tools, but there's a bit of copper here. Let's pull that. So, naturally the dirt disappears a lot faster. Ta-da! We've got some copper ore and we've got some iron ore. Fantastic. Okay, now what I really should be going for is wood and trees here, but I'm going to be doing this first. Down in the bottom right hand corner of the screen, I can see it looks like there's something interesting there. I don't know if it's maybe a lava biome or something strange like that. Let's have a look. Ooh, that does appear to be lava or something like that. Interesting. So in all my adventures around, I haven't actually come across it, and while being distracted by the lava, I've missed the big chest that's sitting here. Awesome. Let's see what's in here. We have a sharp javelin. There's 4 of those. I think we can throw them. And, 106 pixels. So, pixels used for 3D printing, they have become a universal currency. Exactly. And, to boot, I'm going to take the chest. Huzzah! Right. Let's try out our Venus sword. Oh, he's making noises. Whoa! So he's using a charge attack there. Watch out! Take that. And down you go, good sir. Awesome stuff. Yeah, this really looks like a volcano kind of lava biome. Those guys look pretty mean, so I think we'll leave that just for the moment, but it's really good to know that that stuff's there. Okay, let's stop messing around. Let's gather some wood so we can build a crafting station. Or a crafting table, I should say. And from there, we'll build lots of cool stuff. So this takes forever.
So just as in Minecraft or Terraria, once you've gathered some basic resources, you can start making tools like axes and pickaxes. And, there's no shovels. Then again, there weren't any shovels in Terraria either. So we've felled a tree, and we have... So this seems to be kind of backpack stuff that you can kind of use, this section. And then this section here appears to be just kind of resources and stuff like that. So all of my unrefined wood that I got from the tree has actually gone in here. I'm going to open up my crafting menu now. So I press C to open that up. I can also click here, open the crafting menu. So this is all the stuff I can build just simply with me, my ingredients, and my hands. So I can build a campfire, which will keep me warm, and I can build some wood planks using my unrefined wood. So I'm going to do that, because in order to build that, I need 35 wood planks. Right, let's do it. So, let's type in 35, and click craft. Boom! So what it's done is it's given me 35 times 3 wooden crafting. Boom! Now we've got a wooden crafting table. Well done! Using the crafting table will give you access to a wide range of new recipes. Collecting fuel and visiting a range of planets is the best way to find resources. So what you will find happens when you actually play this game is when you go to basically harder worlds, as in higher tier worlds, more difficult worlds with a higher threat level, you get a better distribution of resources throughout the planet, which kind of challenges you to get better and better and kind of go further and further. So, by now you're likely beginning to feel hungry. Food can be found in a variety of places, but in a pinch, hunting is your best option. Obtain some alien meat by killing a monster with a bow and cook it on a campfire to produce cooked alien meat. So we need to make a bow and kill a monster with it. Now one thing that changed since the introduction of the game is the percentage chance of monsters killed with weapons, as in melee weapons and guns and stuff like that, to drop meat has actually gone up. So previously it was a lot lower than it was before. So you actually have, I think it's about a 40% chance at the moment in the current beta version of getting some raw alien meat when killing a monster with a melee weapon. Normally you actually have a much higher chance when you're using a bow, a hunting bow. So that's kind of the way that they've intended for you to do it. Fantastic, let's chop down some more trees. Timber! There we go. Alright. Okie doke. So, looks like, yeah, there's a feather crown. And we also got a feather crown seed as well, which is pretty awesome. So, I teleported down here. So, what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to build myself just a small little shelter here. Stay kind of out of the rain. Now, given that I'm a floor and, you know, rain is pretty awesome, but I don't want to drown either. Take out some of this, and some of this, some of this. Right, jump into the inventory. We've got 70 wood planks. I'm going to make some more. There we go. So, we'll take the wood planks, plonk them here. Don't need the ores up here at all. They're going to go in here. And let's build ourselves a little shelter. So you can do these kind of big blocks. If you hold down shift, you can do these smaller blocks. So I'm going to go for some smaller blocks and just build a shelter. So the reach of the matter manipulator is actually pretty cool. Right. And then let's fill in these blocks here. So we have kind of a little bit of a jump up. And let's see, can we craft a door? No, we can't craft a door yet. So we're going to have to take this. And thankfully we can place it from the inventory, which is pretty good. We're just going to plonk it over here in the corner. Ta-da! Right, so I'm just going to get rid of this because that's confusing. So we've moused over it and you can see it flashing, so we press E and we can access it. So this is kind of your normal crafting. We'll go back into the normal crafting. There's one or two things you can make here. I can make a hunting bow once I have the relevant items, and I can make bandages as well to heal myself if I get damaged by a monster. But it's very, very basic stuff here. So your first step to starting to make kind of more and more complex recipes is this crafting table. So we can make some packed dirt. We can use that either as a building material in the foreground to actually, you know, build kind of level geometry, build walls and floors and ceilings and stuff. Or you can even use it in the background. So you can see just over here there's background tiles, and they're not
anything special. In Terraria, you actually had to craft special wall blocks in order to place them in the background. In this, you just literally use the right mouse button to place it in the background, the left mouse button, if that's how you have it set up, to actually place a foreground block. So I'll show you that in a moment. So we have here, we can make some wood platforms, which can I can build stairs up to where I want to go, build a yarn spinner to make clothing and stuff, and build a wooden table to make it look nice. I'm going to build a wooden door just for this area. And ta-da, we have a door. So we can open it with E key and close it again. So now we have a somewhat secure little area. So let us take the matter manipulator and use the right mouse button to take away this stuff. And there we go. So we're taking away the background. I don't need any special item or anything like that. In Terraria, obviously you needed a hammer to actually kind of chop away at this stuff, or some sort of item that has hammer power. Oh no. Oh, took that away. So I was actually holding on the right mouse button and it was taking away something that was in the foreground. I don't know if that's intended functionality or not, but obviously it's a bit of a pain. That's not what I wanted to do. But whatever, we'll deal with it. So let's take the crafting table and plonk that down again. Ta-da! And then we'll take some more wood platform and just go boom, 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 and boom. Now you can see I'm using up a lot of it at the moment. I'm actually going to go through all of them, even just doing this small little area here. And they're gone. Let's see how much wood I have left. I've only got 6 unrefined wood left. That's not good. Let's have a look. We should be able to make a stone pickaxe. So I need 10 cobblestone and I need 20 wood planks. I have no wood planks at the moment. So, there's plenty of cobblestone here and there's plenty of trees here. Let's do it. Thankfully, these kind of green gecko monster type dudes aren't violent. If they were, they would just attack me on sight once I get in their range, if I get close enough. Come on, tree. Fall down. Sick of waiting for you. Ta-da! Yeah, one thing I've noticed in this beta version is every now and again the monsters specifically, I don't know if it's the AI that goes a little wonky. I'm able to move around perfectly fine, but the frames for the monsters actually skip quite a lot. I've only seen it happen in this version of the beta, so hopefully they'll fix that in the next version. It's not too big of an issue, but obviously it's a bit of kind of concern at the moment. Anyway, that's enough of that. We need some of this. Now, as in most games, cobblestone is a pain in the ass. It takes forever to get through it. Not quite as bad as diamond. Diamond takes pretty long. I haven't actually myself come across obsidian, but I have heard of it, so I would assume obsidian is similar. It takes a long time. But even when you have like one of the highest tier kind of mining tools, cobblestone is still a pain in the ass. So I'm going down far enough here where I can get some of this coal. And we'll be able to use the coal to build torches and things like that. We can also use the coal directly as a fuel for the ship. So if we gather up enough of it, we can travel to one of the other planets in this system. If we gather up enough fuel, we can go to another system entirely. Which is one thing I didn't actually show you in the navigation chart. So if you zoom out a little bit further from the system, you can see the actual star chart and go to various different systems around the place, which is pretty sweet. So given enough fuel, you can pretty much go wherever you want. Okay, we have 27 cobblestone. I think I needed 30. Or was it 10? I can't remember. I should get 2 more here, bring me over the 30 limit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and we've got some coal. Oh, bugger. Alright. Let us use some of this. And ta-da! We're gonna attack this dude. Oh, he did me 20 damage there. Whoa. Haha. I can see the music changes and gets all kind of dramatic when you're attacking an enemy. Right. So, we have some unrefined wood to make wood planks. Make a load of that. And we have cobblestone. So let's see, can we make a stone pickaxe? Ta-da!
Oh, it's actually 10, not 30. Awesome. So, stone pickaxe, which will make mining that bit easier. So, thankfully, a stone pickaxe, even though it's really, really basic, it's actually better than the matter manipulator. I suppose the great thing about the matter manipulator is you can chop down anything really you want, and it's all fairly even and works away and does its thing. So, let's have a look. Let's mine away some stuff now. Much better. And the great thing is it actually does a 3x3 area instead of a 2x2 area, like the matter manipulator. So, one of the things that various different people playing this game have said in their kind of how-tos or in their kind of tips and guides and stuff is they recommend not going underground too early. And kind of my experience thus far with the game kind of bears that out. As I mentioned, when you go further into the game, basically the resource or ore distributions in the planets gets much, much better. So spending loads of time going underground really, really early on, it's not really going to pay off unless you get super, super lucky and find like loads of diamond and platinum and stuff like that. So yeah, one thing I have found, which we will go over once we get to a planet like that, is desert planets are awesome, because one of the things that the awesome devs in Chucklefish have done is they've done some kind of really awesome fluid dynamics with things like gravel and sand. In a game like Minecraft, the kind of sand and stuff would just fall like directly down, so it would just go down in like one direction. And the same in Terraria, if you were disturbing a sand block, it would all kind of fall down from above to replace the missing sand. What this does is it actually flows like a liquid, which is really, really cool, because if you have any ores or anything like that that is trapped in the sand anywhere along that, it all gets disturbed and basically just pops free, and you don't really need to work for it, and it's really, really awesome. And even with just a standard kind of stone pick like this, it is fairly quick to disrupt the sand, and if you kind of get at the bottom of it, you can get rid of a lot of it. And I find it's kind of a nice, effortless way of mining some awesome stuff. So you can see here we're placing some torches on background tiles. I can't actually place it here or anywhere like that. I can plonk it on the ground. I can also plonk it up here against the wall, as it were. But oh shit! No, you don't. Whoa! Back, vile demon, back! Aha! Ooh, awesome! Got some raw alien meat. Okie doke. Let's build a campfire. Ta-da! Let us plonk the campfire here. Awesome. So you can see this is my heat or temperature gauge, and it went way, way up as soon as I went near this. I wonder if I go out here. So if I go out here in kind of the middle of the darkness, you can see that there's one small little bar slowly reducing my temperature gauge. So it's a little bit chilly. And as soon as we get near the torch, oh, that's better. Nice and toasty and warm. And once we get to the campfire, oh, it's even better. Roaring fire, upon which we can cook some tasty alien meat. So bung that in there, click on cook, and ta-da, we've got a cooked alien meat. Awesome. And if that was entirely fruitless, because we were a vegetarian, we can just throw it away and start planting crops, as the devs say here. So I'm going to accept that. Fantastic. Okay, so it's time to craft a furnace. You'll need to obtain some cobblestone, a campfire, and some coal. If you'd like to know exactly how much of each you need, access a crafting table, untick materials available, and mouse over the recipe to see its ingredients. So click OK there. So they want us to craft a furnace. So if we have a look here at the recipe for the furnace, we need 1 campfire and 25 cobblestone. The text of the quest mentioned coal, and this is something I've put on the forums already. It mentions coal, but there's none actually needed either to make neither to make a campfire nor to actually make this recipe either. So it doesn't need to be in there. It's a little bit misleading. So you could go off spending, a half an hour getting loads and loads of coal, going, right, I'm going to make this stone furnace, and it turns out you don't need it in the first place. So I'm going to craft myself another campfire, and now I have enough to make the stone furnace. And ta-da! Stone furnace. Awesome, it's about time we play with fire. So that quest is complete and we accept the reward. Fantastic. So next we need to get you some armor. Working with metal requires an anvil, but before we can craft you one, you'll need to melt some iron ore.
obtain 2 iron ore and smelt it in a furnace to obtain an iron bar. So obviously here with these quests they're kind of guiding us through the basics of mining and crafting and surviving. So let's have a look here. So we probably unlocked the stone or the anvil now, or it's probably here. So iron anvil. So in order to make the iron anvil we need 8 iron bars. In order to make iron bars we need to take our stone furnace. Just going to move the screen over here. I'm going to take the stone furnace, plonk it here, plonkety plonk, and then we're going to open it up, and we're going to put some iron ore and bung it in here and smelt it. So with iron ore you need 2 iron ore to make a iron bar. Same thing with copper, 2 copper ore to make a copper bar. The same thing I believe with silver and platinum. There's one of them which needs 3. I can't quite remember which it is. Diamond is a pain in the ass. You need 4 diamond ore in order to make 1 diamond. So when diamond is pretty rare and you only find 3 and you've been searching for hours, yeah, it's a bit painful. So let us take that. Ta-da! So we'll need a whole bunch of iron bars to craft an anvil. Yes, we will. So, okay. New quest, first contact. Your ship's engine isn't yet strong enough to take you beyond the alpha sector. So at the moment we're in the alpha sector, we're in tier 1. Craft a distress beacon and maybe you'll be able to make contact with a larger ship. Make sure you're ready for anything before you do though. It doesn't really spell out here just how vital it is that you're ready for anything once you actually come across it. In this version of the beta, they haven't made a huge amount of changes to the boss kind of boss, as it were, that pops up when you use the distress beacon. In not the last version, but two versions ago of the beta, he was actually quite hard, so a little bit difficult. I kind of got killed by him like 3 or 4 times before I managed to take him down, and I only managed to take him down really by kind of exploiting the system and preventing him from actually attacking me. So I was basically firing arrows up at him using a bow, and it took me about 20 minutes, but I finally killed him, so that's a huge exploit. That's no longer there, and he's no longer as hard to kill, which is pretty great. But he's still quite tough. You can get owned pretty easily if you're not prepared. So anyway, enough of that. We need to go hunting for iron. Now the problem is it is now nighttime, and yeah, just like Terraria and just like Minecraft, the dangers come out at nighttime. Nighttime is not a good place to be wandering around an unfamiliar planet. So, I'll tell you what. We will use our stone pickaxe and go mining a little bit. I got my eye on that bird up there. It looks like it might be quite mean. No, he's moving along. Okay. So let's grab this coal here. Could do with some of it. Plonk a torch down. Alright, let's grab some of this copper. So copper is, it's as useful as iron, really. You can make lots of stuff with copper. Basically, copper is your first tier of stuff. You have kind of copper armor, and you can make a copper pickaxe. So I suppose in that regard, if you're looking specifically at pickaxes, stone is your first tier of pickaxes. But in regards to kind of, I suppose, armor specifically, copper is your first tier. You wouldn't be using copper to make weapons. Iron would be your first tier for that, which is pretty handy. It means you're not relying on the same, you're not relying on the same materials for everything, which I think is pretty handy. What the hell is going on here? Alright, so he saw me. Aha! Aha! Good sir, down you go. Awesome. I wonder if this guy has anything against me. Whoa, yes he does. Whoa, he's quite strong too. Took away a lot of my health there. So what I really need to do is I need to get some plant fiber from this. So let's chop this bad boy down. He'll just turn straight into plant fiber. If I had an axe, I'd be able to chop him down much faster. The same with the trees. Trees go down, I'd say at least 4 times as fast when using an axe, as opposed to what I'm doing here. So I'm going to open up my crafting. I'm going to craft a bandage using 4 plant fiber. Craft. So now I've got a bandage. So let's open the inventory, pull the bandage up here, so that we can use it. We don't need the coal up there. We're not going to be using that. Not directly anyway. And let's use the bandage. It's funny. It looks like I'm holding a roll of toilet roll. So yeah, I'm going to be wrapping up my wounds with some toilet roll. Anyway, ta-da! So you can see here, this is a status effect of healing and brings my health up a little bit. Fantastic. Right, let's try out these javelins and see how good they are. Whoa, that was nice. Oh, just missed him. There we go. Nice. Okay, I've wasted them, but oh, it was totally worth it. That was awesome. I see a bird. I see a bird. Oh crap. Oh, that was a bad idea. Oh shit. We got some noxious gas or air gas belch. Whoa, that does a good bit of damage. Back, you filthy beast. Back, fly away into the air with you. Oh, choppity chop. Oh no, I died! Oh. So, yeah, the first death of the game. All the different races have their own awesome little kind of reanimation animation, which is pretty sweet. So there's our cool Florin buddy. Reanimated and kind of back to life, and I lost some of my pixels. I'm down to 157 pixels now, which is a bit of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Let us teleport back down. Right, okay. Little weird thing where it was kind of showing that even though it's not there. But yeah, let's jump back here. I want to see, is this something I can pick up? Oh, awesome. Feather crowns. Cool. Yeah, it looked a little bit weird. I couldn't quite tell what they were. I can also pick up this bad boy, a blue petal. So I can use petals to make dyes to dye my armor and various different clothing and stuff like that, which is pretty awesome. So yeah, that is that's our first kind of experience. I want to have a look and see, can I make an axe yet? Don't believe I can. Oh, there we go, stone axe. Sweet. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna get loads of wood now. Right, so we'll show this off to you guys. I don't need the bone boo seeds up there. Right. Ta-da! Choppity chop chop chop. And the tree goes wobbling and timber. See how fast and painless and glorious that was? That was awesome. I love it. Oh shit. Whoa! Whoa, he's strong. Whoa! Wow, he was able to take that knockback pretty much in his stride. Bastard. Okay, let's go back to this tree we were trying to grab. Timber! It's funny, I spent, hours and hours playing this game, and not once until I started making this video when a tree fell down did I say timber! But now because I think it's funny and hilarious, I'm saying it in the video. Feck's sake. Right, okay, so that's the axe. It's pretty good at chopping down stuff. Unfortunately, I can't get at those to get more plant fiber to make more bandages because these guys are here. But, oh, wait. Oh, it looks like daytime's coming. Fantastic. Alright, awesome. One thing I want to do is build kind of a cavern down under here because I keep thinking I have a double jump, which I don't, so I can't actually make it over my house, and I'm too lazy to chop a hole there and build another door because I want to actually expand that area a little bit. So it's going to dig our way over here. I'm kind of planning on doing this in half hour episodes like all of my other kind of series as well, so we've breached the half hour at this point, but we'll keep going with you guys just for another little bit because as I say, I kind of want to go over the basics and stuff here, and a lot of what I'm going to do is I'm going to take various different bits and pieces and just not show them to you like with my Terraria videos, so I don't want to bore you with lots and lots and lots of me mining and gathering resources. So at the end of this video, what I will do is I'll be going off gathering loads and loads of resources, and at the beginning of the next video we'll be basically taking it from there with a large amount of the resources that I'm currently using, so plant fibers and wood and cobblestone, and I'll be going off mining some more iron. As I say, I don't want to be boring you guys with that. We'll hopefully come across some NPC villages and some NPCs and kind of come across that. If I identify any areas like that, obviously I will bring you guys into that one straight away. I'll keep a note of it, and we'll go visit. So, yes, this is where I was earlier on, where I saw it, and I wanted to get at the iron. Fantastic. So there's lots of plant fiber there. I can make lots of bandages. Oh, nice. I can make about 10 bandages. Let's use our pickaxe. Get out some of this. Get out some of the coal. A little bit more of the iron, because we need that. Need the iron to be making the anvil. Let's see, how much iron do we have now at the moment? We only have enough for another bar, which is not helpful. So you can hear the alarms going off there because I'm about to run out of air. Let's just have a quick look, see is there any more iron around. I would like to get to the anvil in this episode, if at all possible. Show you guys some of the recipes, but it looks like these guys are kind of in my way, so yeah, I don't really want to get owned again. Right, okay, so that's Starbound for the time being. Thanks very much for coming along for the ride, guys. Let me know what you think of the game thus far. Oh, wait, hang on, is this? No, that's copper. Balls. Okay. Well, copper's still good. Yeah, so let me know what you think of this game, guys. I would highly recommend, if you have any interest whatsoever in this game at all, go and buy this game. Support the developers, spend a little money, help them out. They've already made a good deal of money on this, and trust me, it is well worth it. This game is so much fun already, and it doesn't even have, you know, half of the planned features at this point. So it can only get better from here, and the development team are fully encouraging user interaction. So if you have some suggestions, if you have ideas, if you have things to contribute, let them know, get involved, get in touch, and as I say, above all, just support the awesome guys at Chucklefish, and enjoy Starbound. So as I say, thanks very much for checking me out, guys. Like if you did so, comment if you have anything to comment on or any feedback to give, and please subscribe if you haven't already done so. Thanks very much. We'll talk to you again.